Hello, people. It is late, I know. I know there's not that many people in here right now, but I've also been waiting for a little bit now, so I figured we'd get started, you know? Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm gonna start this with a 10 pull. Well, at least blowing all my pulls anyway. We're gonna see if we could get Finan right now. Let's do it. Bam! No. Okay. Let's do one more. No. And let's do one more. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I need this one. There we go. Okay, one more. And no. Oh! Do we have enough? No, we don't. Okay. Did that? Oh, that got us to this thing though. So hooray! Yay! Free shit. All right. Let's just keep going with the story, shall we? This isn't a very like eventful chapter. It's a lot of like lore. So yeah, let's do it.
Now this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much? Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you?
The Deliverer card.
Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The Deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How ironic.
Throw in your most valuable trading card,
I can't even
Kaiba.
look at this card properly, much less follow where it leads. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Addis Elysiae was just a small village. Its loss barely a scar on Amphorius' face. But here and now, my heart says something else. This card. It's everything I have left.
It's my most
Nothing
valuable trading
weighs heavier.
Perhaps that
It's not
itself
the
is
one
the
of
answer.
one ring, but it does what it needs.
Look, Finan. It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinan, Finan, and... hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise.
1 second. Cyrene? But how?
Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene? This is incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I'd never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Kremnoan over there.
Still playing house, boy?
Boy.
You get the idea.
Mighty's a little
Quite
testy
the hothead.
right now.
You know, you two just might get along. Don't worry, you already know what the answer is, don't you? If that's your choice, I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Aedis Elysiae, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dream the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Membrance Maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, It was the whole world.
Literally this whole fucking thing,
But
because the chat's not super active
that's
right
not
now. I
enough,
just did all my
Simon.
fucking, like,
Not
actors
nearly
access
enough.
submissions right now.
Even
But
though
yeah.
hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior,
But we
what
shall
you
continue.
need now is victory. You can't just
I'm
stack
just
the
hoping we
scales
don't
with your
crash like
past
we did
suffering.
yesterday. That was not fun.
You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future? What do you mean?
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's actually really simple. Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer? How about it? Can you help us?
Wouldn't that be cheating?
Relax. Our dear Crown Prince won't have a clue.
It's okay to cheat.
Let's try
Especially
that.
when it's with cards.
The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I must claim victory, for their sake. I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow.
Let's. Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices.
This is probably my last
In the
stream before
name of the
next
Holy
week, because
Maiden
the
of
next
the
few days are
Three
going to be
Fates,
kind of busy, but...
Lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Your offering is a card?
Yes, a flimsy
It's a
little
blue
card.
eyes white dragon,
That
mighty.
is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting. Very well. If you can beat me with this card, then that's what I'll
Draw
call
your
you from
last
now on.
pathetic card, Kaima.
It's a deal.
The scales. They're wavering.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the convictions of both sides are equally matched.
This is suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
This card is my fucking win. Jesus.
Finally decided?
Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment, for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is
Mighties.
one from Ides Elysiae, the nameless hero. However, heed this. The true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales. Hope
This is
itself.
dramatic and fortune telling.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Finan's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me.
Hot.
I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway.
That's what the internet wants.
I'm a soldier, And if it's my
They
fate to
want
bleed
fine
my
and
last on the
skewered a
battlefield,
mighty
then so
spear.
be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
And the shippers go wild!
Brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied, on this day, the final 2 heroes shall join the Flame Chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Arkhama's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave Outlanders. Heroes of this world are as countless as the stars. And at this moment, we find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the long night. History shall remember this moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for Amphorius.
You must see now how different this is from the flame chase journey you traveled.
And whose role am I play? Fucking this.
Who? Perhaps the role is not that of a person who really existed. Notice how only 2 particular individuals seem aware of your presence. Patience. We're approaching the final act. These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova.
Oh, fire in Palmdale.
Such as this very moment, as the
For those who don't know,
prophesized
Watch Duty
demigods
is the
gather with
fire
Talentum as
in LA.
witness. This is a moment calculated by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night.
He's just very extra.
Come. Your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats, our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Skrymnoans. It will hold for the time being.
So
Professor
what is the
Nexa
black
deployed
tide?
wards
Like, where
in the
did they
north
come
and
from?
east before.
That's the thing that I want to know.
Their effectiveness is untested, but I believe in him. And Arkham. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense. Let's move. Cavalry has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour. For Amphorius.
That only leaves 3 hours.
So,
Has he done this
this is the last time
before?
we'll see her.
Is this the second time he's done the Era Nova
Fine.
thing?
We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is pretty badass
We
wallpaper.
haven't
Also,
had
welcome
any
in,
other choice
Valsparos.
except to move forward. Not for a long time now. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest.
So is this
Afterwards,
the second time he's done a
we shall
Era
all
Nova thing?
face oblivion, or embark on one final grand journey.
And Pog 3. Ah, it's Orynyx, the weird sky jellyfish.
Please
with
forgive us for
tentacles
disturbing your
thingy.
sleep,
I don't know what it
Orynyx.
is.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
She talks now.
The Black Tide has reached Akama. Amphorius does not have much time left. It is time for the Era Nova.
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of time. Ride the river of
Probably one of
time.
the kittens in the other
It will
room.
guard your passage to the vortex
We
of
are
Genesis.
currently cat-sitting 2 kittens from a friend of ours.
Step through and
They're
witness.
in the bathroom right behind me.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Finan. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised, and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931. The third week of the month
Fucking
of
Lygus.
overnight.
Every time it...
Welcome, my lord, to the
He's
end
the
of
month
the
of
flame chase.
He just fucking eats every line, and I love it.
Of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold. And behold, beyond this gate lies the new
Beyond!
that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it all too familiar. Then you'll understand how the mortal called Finan shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Amphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
Yeah, for those who missed it, we did a couple warps already, but we did not hit on any of them. Let's see, we did 12 pulls, I think. So, but none of them hit. So how many is that now? So, okay, no, those are the ones that we did. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47 plus 12 is 59. And we are hard pitting because I lost my last 50-50, so yeah. Alright, so if I get any more pulls, we will throw them at them. Also, I got the Firefly outfit, so hooray! I got the new Firefly outfit. Yay! Let's go. More story stuff. Oh,
the
and we're back.
vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
Shakespeare exists in this universe? Because that is a quote from Macbeth. Because the rest of it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
It is a tale by an idiot, full of sound.
And there's my theater degree doing its job.
The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends.
I'm very proud of myself for that one.
Stage could be more befitting of our final act. Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have
I can't believe I got that exactly word
the
perfect.
march of years.
It's been a long
uncounted.
time since I've done that fucking
You
monologue.
naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending.
We had to do that monologue as part of an exercise for... I don't remember if it was a Shakespeare class or just a regular acting class.
My journey to the
Aranova
Aranova.
comes.
Enough talk.
Let's kill Lygus! Is he a boss fight? I've got a feeling there is no boss
None
fight. I
of
think
that
we already got
matters now.
our biggest boss fight.
This brutal, flame-chased journey
None of the
has
constellations are lit
stripped
up anymore.
away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
This is the rest of Finan and Cyrene's story?
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times.
Oh! This has happened a lot. They've done Aranova quite a few
drop
times.
from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take. Or rather, the never-ending cycle.
What cycle? Amphorius is just the story of Finan's upbringing,
Just
isn't it?
putting it in terms that might be easier for you to understand. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs. Flame-chased journey, and the cycles of Amphorius. Please, take your time. Look around as much as you
He's
wish.
enjoying this just a little too much. 1 second. Okay, I was just making sure that the stream was still active. But yeah. I'm gonna look at all of these. This'll be fun.
Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here, so in the end you succeeded, Executioner.
And number 2.
Castros, didn't you?
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the River of Souls, brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Aranova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please.
Hey Andrew, how's it going?
Everyone, fight with me. To the
It's
very
going okay. We're
last.
just chilling. Pretty small turnout. I'm guessing because I started really late. But
I
yeah,
hear
just hanging
them.
out, doing the thing.
The dead hail
I'm
you.
checking out all of these memories. It seems like
They're
Finan's
prepared.
done this a lot.
Go on,
It
Deliverer.
seems like
We'll
Amphorius
keep
is just
that
looping
executioner
Finan's
in our
story
shadows.
over and over and over again.
The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
That's number 2. Here's number 3. Cypher!
There's water everywhere. This place is always so wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt smell. And that sizzling noise. Yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
So you feel it too, huh?
Go on then. I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
Hello, Solomon. How's it going?
Let me fight with you. Better odds with 2.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said? You know what really matters.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you then.
Wow, someone's not shy. Just so you know,
I'm not in the business of making losing deals. I'll distract that executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth.
How's Annalisa
Let
doing?
me
I haven't
become
seen
the
them in a
first
while,
wind
actually,
of
but I
your
think they're
new
doing all right.
world.
I think the last time I talked to them was a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. It was like right before I flew to Ohio a couple weeks ago. So that was the last time we were texting, and from what I could gather, they were doing fine. So yeah, but I haven't seen them in a while. But, yeah.
Just shut up and
I
get
saw
out of
Chia
here.
more recently, and yeah, I can't speak for her,
Are you
but
crazy, mighty?
I don't know.
Immortal
I think
or
it's
not,
more
even
likely
if
that you'll see
you're the
her back.
demigod
If
of
not,
strength.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I can't say.
Oh, I'm
Nick
still
is
no
back,
match for them.
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Era Nova with me. Together, let's prove that we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our
So
mighty
he's just hanging with a
deliverer is
different one
chickening
every
out,
time he does Era
scared of
Nova,
a
huh?
stupid prophecy? I'll transcend the prophesized fate. All right. But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself
Oh yeah,
with
Josh
one last
fucking
grand
kicked
victory.
ass with fire.
Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart.
Fantastic work on his part.
Go.
He did fantastic.
Leave this to me. If the Black Tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade.
That was a 300
And
reference.
when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end.
And number 5. I'm just gonna go through all of these. Also, as you can see, I got the Firefly outfit.
Hey, little one.
Is it just Ika,
Are you
not
scared?
Hyacinth? Yep, it's just Ika.
As brave as Hyacinth. Stay close, little Ika. What? No, not you two. I see. I won't squander your kindness.
Yeah, only Ika,
hopes.
no Hyacinth.
So
Hyacinth, I think,
please,
needs to die every
keep
time
this
to kill
bit
the
of
sun.
sky standing for me. Well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the Era Nova. Come, Executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike.
Alright, next one. There's so many of these.
All
This
shall
chapter
bid
is so
farewell
much
to
lore.
one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
There's an Ika plush. Of course there's an Ika plush.
So
That
even
doesn't
the
shock-
future
that doesn't shock.
revealed by the Titans may not come to pass.
I actually have so I have like a
Era
unicorn
Nova.
plushie that looks
This
like Ika, but it's
unrivaled
Blood Stallion
masterpiece.
from
I have
Tiny
no
Tina's
regrets.
Wonderlands.
Now
It's in
that
my
I may
booth,
entrust
but
it
yeah.
to my most trusted apprentice.
It pukes rainbows. It's great.
Are you saying?
Fate is ever unassailable. The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into a net to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here.
So Era
I shall
Nova has
personally
happened.
dispatch
How
that
many
wretched
fucking? Well, you said
executioner.
like 3 million.
Not
something,
with threads of
which is
gold,
insane.
but with the steel tip of a needle.
Number 7. You pre-ordered the plushie? Hell yeah. Oh, he's by himself again. Oh, nope, it's Treeby.
Treeby, look.
Or she's dead.
We made it to the vortex.
And he's like holding
That
something
prophesied
up.
future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Era Nova.
E6
We're
S1
so close.
Cipher? Fuck yeah, dude.
You can't speak anymore. Please. Allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise.
Thanks for the follow, Flaming Core
Let me answer
16.
your
Welcome
cruel
in.
fate by tearing that executioner's heart from the void.
Yeah, for those of you who missed the last stream, it kind of crashed in the middle, but everything was recording fine, and that'll all be up on YouTube in like a little over an hour. But yeah.
The vortex of Genesis.
And it's an accident.
The last time I was here,
Did any character
I
not
was returning
get,
the core
fucking
flame of
thing?
reason. I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the
I
Titans
got one.
looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
Yeah, everybody got one.
All the core flames do lie here now. It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor.
Oh, getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now is but a thought in your mind.
My phone keeps telling me about fire
Of
that's
course.
happening in Palmdale.
How
But
could I forget that?
I don't live anywhere near Palmdale. But yeah.
But I'll say the same to you. It's my
Yeah,
honor
Steven did
to
great
walk
with
this
an
final
axe,
stretch with you, too.
I've known Steven.
Now
Steven
go.
for a while. He's a good dude.
Stand tall
He did great.
and finish your final task.
Yeah. Just leave it to me.
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe.
I think that's the last one. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give you a warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible.
Show me the final memory.
Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind,
So
let
he's done
us
this cycle
bear
millions of
witness together.
So what's the last?
As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too,
I think it's because he's turning
is the
fine.
very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze,
Because Fooley showed up earlier, yeah.
you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again. Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final eternal recurrence created by
Oh, you went
this
to AX?
man's
Yeah, I'm
hand.
not going to AX
And
this
the
year,
last
but
one
awesome. Hope
this
you had a good
world
time.
shall undergo.
Flop Soft Flow and Grand Rodeo concert. That's fucking badass.
Behold.
Hell yeah, dude.
At the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade. That nameless hero, absent from the annals of history.
Yeah, I used to go to AX literally every year, and I stopped for a while, and this tends to happen with these big cons, mainly AX and Comic-Con, is that, like, I don't make plans to go, I don't get a badge or anything, and then everybody starts posting about how awesome it is, and then I get FOMO. Happens literally every time. It's already kind of happening this year. I heard there's a Sam statue inside the exhibit hall, so that's pretty cool. Sam Slade sent me a photo of it. But yeah, so I'm gonna be missing AX this year. It's fine. I had a great time at AX last year. Anybody who was there and went to the Star Rail panel knows that. But yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's I mostly just know Bill and Dawn out of that group, but yeah, all good people. So yeah. I've met all the other ones.
He is the swordsman's ideal in his youth. The deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the Nameless, he has become an essential and inseparable part of the Epic of Amphorius.
So they needed me to
this
show
time,
up to make the
under
cycle
his
stop.
guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and
Legacy
give
is so
a
fucking
rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important
Oh, the
actor
Flame
now
Reaver.
stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The Flame Reaver.
And he killed Lygus.
So, in the end, you succeed, executioner. With my flesh as kindling,
Like the first dawn of the new world.
Let's fight him. We haven't gotten to do a fight in a while. This fucking chapter is long. There was a lot of lore.
Start everything.
There'll be a way. Share good fortunes. Enjoying yourself.
Oh shit, Sam is like teal now. Fuck yeah. I dig it.
Until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle. Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
May the Faust be of your body and mind.
Some value, I suppose.
Set the seas ablaze!
No holding back. Dream vanished.
Ah shit. I should have. I meant to do
Runs
Ron
clear
Mace
as
first.
everything in
Yeah.
this world is bleeding.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the
But
wind.
it's either way.
Dreams of a past. Let us dance once more.
Will you be the blazing sun? All creation burns to ash.
Watch the Flame Reaver be me.
This ends now. With your corpse. Ignite the dawn!
Watch the Flame Reaver be like Firefly or something. He looks like Sam. He's got the mask looks like Sam.
how is this possible?
Is the Flame Reaver fine then? It's finin! The Flame Reaver is finin!
The sons of destruction, now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
It is different fun.
They'll
Also,
definitely
yeah,
be
the
away.
music is fantastic.
There's no harm in sharing good fortunes.
Alright, we're in slow-mo mode now.
Score.
Stay away.
Joining the battle.
It's me!
Executing attack.
Like fireflies to I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes.
I kinda like Teal Sam. It's kinda badass.
Live to fight. Fight you.
Torment.
I shall set the seas ablaze.
How about we dissipate that time to cleanse the filth? Wouldn't you agree? The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is merely fleeting. You'll do.
Okay, after this first round, I'll probably go back to fast speed versus high speed. Who said that?
Live to fight. Fight you.
I won't hold back. Both body and mind must be pure. There's more to life than all things are as one. Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
This is more.
Time to weakness break this fucker.
Set the seas ablaze.
BAM!
My fury.
Live to fight. Fight you.
Suffering is eternal.
Okay, I think we're gonna go fast forward mode now. Just so we can expedite some time here.
Dream vanished. Dreams of a past let us dance once more.
BAM!
Firefly take forward and fight to live.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of pure body and mind.
Okay, so we have to kill them to eliminate his shield.
Have we met? Unite our goals.
Uh-oh. Ow. Let's heal really quick.
Fire. Burn. Burn unceasing.
May the foul stench dissipate. The time to cleanse the filth.
Unchanging. Unceasing.
Come on, hit Firefly. Ah.
No holding back. Clouds scattered.
Stand in position.
And let's go.
Until everything burns to ashes. Set to the seas ablaze. Fight to live. Attack detected.
Get it together. Be of pure body and mind.
This is more than that. Set to the seas ablaze.
Think we got it? No, so close. God damn it.
The truth burns everything in this world is fleeting. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind. Dream vanished.
Put the fires of fury
Hit
to
me,
burn.
bro.
For me,
It's okay. We'll weakness break him right here.
become the next
Damn.
seared
And
upon
die.
this burning world.
Boom.
One person alone may witness the miracle. such as the will of fate, that person...
Can you fucking die already, Flame Reaver? This dude does not die.
Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
He's trying to turn him into the next Flame Reaver.
At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival
Yeah, that one
will
was pretty
change
badass.
everything.
Can't wait until that's a boss fight in the next
After
Memory of
all,
Chaos.
you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze, which can awaken the long dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal
How many final
the
pieces are there,
final
Lycus?
piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation.
I kind of figured that out, but okay.
A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Final era known before the eternal recurrence begins.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means
Yeah, up
to be
until
a
that boss
crisis.
fight, this has basically just been a movie the whole
So
time.
has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel?
Oh, there's your screen cap. Fuck it, there it is. Got
We
it.
made the best choices we could.
We got it as a
whenever we
wallpaper.
could.
I think it was Velsparos
But
brought
in
that
the
up
end,
earlier.
the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Oh, it didn't give me a notification like
You see it
audio-wise,
too.
but thank you for the follow,
burn marks.
Magic Element.
The flickering cubes.
Welcome in.
They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming
Yep, the sky is glitching.
at its creator.
The sky has such a
It's
shitty
God.
frame rate.
Finan, do you still remember
Why does
when
the
I was
sky
there?
have lag?
I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators? watching all of this, truly hoping for.
Oh my god, well, I guess.
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world.
I'm doing good, Lord Cian.
We
How
all
are you
gave
doing?
everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true. As the model of reason, he reached unprecedented heights.
For the record, I am yawning because it is 11
But
p.m. here.
from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
The Black Tide is the Lord Ravager. Interesting.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You have seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphorius' calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Lycus keeps running out of
that
breath
sunrise
at interesting
is
points.
born from annihilation.
Stops like this.
Curious question.
I love the read.
Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination.
Lygus is very happy.
Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this.
Nanook's trying to kill Moose.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right?
Uli did it.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons.
I mean, yeah, Fuli already did it.
It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
Fuck.
You're pretending.
I've
Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
Oh, the sound that Lygus made? I have no fucking clue.
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
They're just gonna kill Lygus.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Aeon records Emphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Aeon will surely direct their gaze here.
My girlfriend Jess is like,
and it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame chase journey.
Because they're literally behind this wall.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. The little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world.
I don't know who voices Cyrene, but they did a really good job.
Tell her about the flame chase journey. And then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Aranova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world.
Give me all of those core flames.
Let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing.
Thanks for the follow, Kenshita
Honor the past
Kenshita Kahashi
and forge
1.
ahead.
Thank you for the follow.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
if we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
I don't know who Kaslana is.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction synthesis is formed.
Okay, so that clip was... So that last clip was probably the first time, and then this is the most recent. Okay. Interesting.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come, turns over this mortal eternal, and follows in our footprint, writing everything unless it ever was.
Oh, fuck.
It will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Yeah, we originally thought this planet was like a gas station. Oh shit, here we go. He about to become the big boom.
The world is collapsing. And the people
I guess
are crying.
Kaslana was Finan's real name.
We too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory.
Okay,
The
so
real
Miss
Ides
Miguel looks
Elysiae.
like a younger Finan. Yeah.
I know. I'm here to say goodbye.
Yeah, we came to this planet for
We might
fucking
not see
gas.
each other. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. But then why do we part
crap.
here?
1 second.
A real, living person.
Because I slipped by accident.
A true hero. You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before.
Yeah. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because it's 11:23.
I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos.
Fuck, that woke me up. Thanks for the follow, CJ Love 21.
Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Oh, another cinematic. There's so many cinematics.
So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the Light Calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Cyritra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans.
I thought it was going to be pronounced Imperator Cyritra.
And that was the first doomed flame chase journey.
Yes.
Sealed away in history.
The first eternal.
So what you're saying is
this High
you've
Sealants?
traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiora, please take me to meet Her Majesty Cyritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans.
It is High Sealans.
Nameless Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan?
Okay,
Such a name
Valsparos,
could
calm
never be
down.
a true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the
Your
Flame
stomach
Chase
is
decree,
bubbling, but
heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts.
Imperator?
There's no use
That
in
is,
speaking
again,
further.
not at
Show me
all
your true intentions
what I
through
thought that word was
action.
going to be pronounced like. Yeah, I said her stomach is bubbling. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pause
Perhaps
really
you should
quick.
demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
I'm gonna pause really quick just for a bathroom break, so BRB. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so.
Light up the dawn.
So that's what it does. Okay. I've done it already. I've done the ability already.
Light up the dawn.
That's right, he's got like kind of like an Acheron thing going on. He's so fucking strong, it's insane.
Light up the dawn.
And dead. You don't gotta bug me.
Oh. Nice moves.
Yeah, I really, really need to get this man. Yes, indeed, I am back.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Yeah, I'm already
The
in the process of pulling
waters
for him
end
because
here.
he's so fucking
The
strong.
one you
it's
seek
insane.
is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
There's a
She
chance that
really
maybe
is
she's a British actress
down to
that's trying to
earth.
do an American accent. That's sometimes
The
is
second
what that
thing to
sounds
note,
like.
only
But yeah, her
trusted
stomach
ones
is
may come
bubbling. She
near
has a
her.
tummy gate. She
Keep
has a
5
tummy.
paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
It kind of reminds me of like Christoph Waltz when he does an American accent. A little bit. Okay, sure.
Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although
Yeah,
we
what makes me
spoke
think it's a
and
European
laughed along
trying
the
to do
way,
an American accent is because
I
she
never
keeps hitting
said
her
you were
R's really
entitled
hard,
to
and
meet her.
sometimes that could be like an overcompensation.
The Imperator decreed.
Imperator.
The Deliverer
The
will not
Deliverer.
appear in this age.
Will not
Be
appear.
wary of suspicious
Really?
individuals. Come now, both of you.
Apparently she did call Treby a
Let's
hostage.
finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but
Right? See,
the
she's
prophecy
hitting her
never
R's like
mentioned
really
he'd
hard. That's
appear
usually a
here.
thing that like
At least, not
that's usually
in
a
this
thing that
era.
like non-American natives do to like overcompensate some. It's a thing that sometimes they do to like overcompensate on an American accent, because Americans, we do hit our R's harder than like other accents, because like if you think of like a British accent, like we'll say car, they'll say car, like, or like a French accent, si vous c'est cow, you know, they don't So I think what happens sometimes is when like a European speaker learns an American accent, they can overcompensate on the R's sometimes because they think they need to hit them harder than they do. But yeah, that's just my theory. I actually don't know who voices High Sealand, so this is just completely speculation, but that's my guess.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes. In that flickering light,
Oh, she does? Maybe it is the
once
case.
dark
Maybe that is
path
the
ahead
case.
seemed to become clear.
I don't know much about Genshin's voice cast,
I
so...
proved myself.
Yeah.
And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
First eternal occurrence. End. There's so much lore in this chapter.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Was the Flame Reaver. Interesting. Is there a difference? I don't know.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself.
Interesting.
That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future.
I'm having a hard time keeping track of the timing of all of this stuff.
I only remember a nymph.
There's too many resets.
Hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out all the fucking
sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this
thanks for the
point
follow,
in the cycle,
Jothsa.
the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Greek mythology, yay. Okay. I'm not reading all of this. Oh, I see Nanook! That's what's holding up the thing. Okay. Interesting. Oh my god. How much lore is there?
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky, and everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble Titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Just eat them all.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
Once or twice.
If you're talking about in past cycles.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
It's Cypher. Cypher, no, Cypher.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my!
Catgirl.
You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Five
Core
is just
flame
so
thieves.
tired.
You really think you can
Again.
scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close.
Do we get to
I'm outta
rewind
here.
him now? Yes, I know how to rewind them. Like, why are we getting this reminder?
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias.
I'm a fucking
Always
god,
so
bro.
punctual.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You think better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is...
1,596.
Yes.
Anaxa can do fucking math.
Chrysos here. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Jeez. So much for happy-go-lucky Finan. He's very upset.
This world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Kick his ass.
Cat ear thief, run! Go find Aglaya! This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
No other choice but...
Let me compensate you.
The future will come! I'm fine. For tomorrow!
And they did. Good lord, Finan's so strong.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this.
Jeez.
The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question,
Finan's
the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, You won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change.
These two are just being so
Make
pissy.
your
and he's just
biggest
like,
effort to resist.
I know what you're gonna do. Just
or
shut
accept
the fuck up and
fate.
go with it.
And hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Keeps going. Jesus. And we're still going. Oh my god.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Oh my god.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Fuck. Yeah,
Why do you
100,000. We're
sound
not
so
even
pleased?
at 1%
It's
if
a
it's 33
derogatory
million.
name.
Yeah.
We're
I
not
know
even
all
1%
too
of the way
well.
there if it's 33 million.
You only
cycles.
meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
The
After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot.
and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me,
These two keep talking
when the
about
mighty
how much they want
Moses
to
of the
stab
past
each other.
faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife.
Thanks for the follow, Cypher.
One
Cypher
day,
best side.
you shall die with a wound
Welcome
in your
in.
back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
Fight me.
I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Oh shit, he turned into Nicanor.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And it will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself.
Okay.
Future
We fight this fucker alone.
I can't let them down.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, glory.
Here we fucking go.
That's all I ever wanted.
Empty shell. So without substance. Sun tear the sky. Empty shell.
Doja. Chaos.
Quench the flames of blood. Radiate by strife.
Shake this. Deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own
Empty shell. So without substance.
Oh, fuck you, long ass bitch.
Is that all? I'll never yield to fate. Sun tear the sky. Mighty Mos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
win this fucking fight.
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
What's that line? Oh, okay.
Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom,
guys.
and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
What number are we on now? $2 million. Okay.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the netherrealm of the next life.
Good God.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
Like, oh, finance? I don't know.
As long
I think it's just getting worn down.
you hand over
it's
the
just
core flame of death.
I think that's the point. It's just the performance.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way,
so he's talked to
past,
Treeby,
present,
Naxa,
and future will never again suffer
Mighty Casters,
unnecessary death.
Cyrene?
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back.
Hasn't done Hyacinth yet.
Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still.
Yeah, there is still Hyacinth.
It seems the clash
I'm like, which
of
characters have we
was
not
inevitable.
re-met up with yet? But yeah, I think Hyacinth.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back.
We're fighting the dragon.
Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths.
Yep, it's the dragon. The dragon egg. I'm guessing once we get to Hyacinth, we have to fight the giant fucking Aquila eye thing again.
At this
I guess.
crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
I'm fine. It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow!
Check the boss description.
I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here!
Oh wait, I didn't
transform my soul
mean to
into a
fucking-
raging
yeah,
fire. Must burn.
All of this.
All of
Is it any different from that brutal future?
Empty shell.
I can't keep him here.
So without substance, all stars burn to ash.
check the boss description. Okay, never mind. I don't know.
Melts the eternal night.
Okay, so
The scorn.
okay. It was R. It was right, R. Story. Okay, I get it.
So without substance.
Interesting.
I will nail the empty shell.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles. But
Wake up, lost one.
Damn. This is dark.
See that
This
the
story
fire
is
lit
dark.
in the darkness is not.
the core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2 million.
This is how he becomes the Flame Reaver, I guess.
3,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames.
That's why
As if even
Donhan
the
was like,
deepest
he's
abyss
like
of
too hot or
primordial
something like that.
chaos could
Okay,
be
this makes more
burned
sense
away.
now. Because of all the fucking core flames. Okay. This is making more and more sense. $4 million in first. Okay, this one's probably highest then. Or not. Okay.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler, with no connection to Emphorius. They may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
This is just good acting.
Your thoughts
Josh fucking nailed this.
are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
You still got 29 more to go.
That blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes.
That explains why he looks like
When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression.
He's just like ready to explode.
The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me.
Beat him in a fight. Makes more sense.
Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will
Did I cut one off? Okay, no, I didn't.
finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next finite. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side.
Yeah, it's fucking
Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
just raw dog. Alright, now we're at like 24 million or something like that. Close. 23,570,000. Jesus. There's Hyacinth.
Can do this, Lord Fine.
Yeah, we're gonna
the
fight the giant
demigod
bird
of the
thing
sky.
with eye.
A healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you. And then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Ika.
Now, that just won't do.
That would be fun.
A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from
Yeah, I'm
illness.
guessing we fight the giant eye bird thingy.
Hyacinthia.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Return the dawn.
Because
Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end. That pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not
Lygus
just
is
a
a
lone spark.
bitch, dude. Fuck
You're a
Lygus.
pyre built from the bones of
Jesus
all the
Christ.
souls you left behind. But what about you?
Lygus has fucked
What
this
about
dude up.
your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then...
Yeah, this
may
is
the
like
gentle
the most
colors of the
insane
rainbow paint
psychological
your sun in
torture
shades
ever.
that
Lygus
is
is
never
a
known.
bitch, dude. Is Lygus
May
now the
they
most
bring
evil
and
character in
poise
all of Star Rail? He
a
might
rosy
be.
fingered
Like,
dog.
fuck this guy.
Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Here comes the ult. Yeah.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
And it won't let me do the fast forward version. That's another thing that I'm noticing. Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
There's the fire burning.
Tear the sky! So without substance. Empty shit. Hail the new dawn.
All the fucking ults in Furious are fucking
with all this
incredible.
world suffering.
Like the ults in fucking Furious are just amazing. Like Jesus Christ.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
All right, what number are we on now?
Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath?
Jesus.
If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone,
I'm not gonna guess that this is what happened, but it sounds like Josh ripped up his vocal cords on purpose for this fucking read.
23 million.
Do not do that. Do not do that. But oh my god, it works for this.
282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
And we're almost done with this part anyway.
$33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in.
Just one more, buddy.
I've stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
I need to say, fight it, dude.
are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found him.
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories.
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
You've dealt with a lot.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it?
Let's kill this fucker.
In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it.
The whole time.
Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb. Save the world we love. and rewrite its doomed fate.
Thanks for the follow, Catch Pagano 217. That almost caught me off guard. Let's do it. Let's kill this fucker.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world, he'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Let's both be the deliverer.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Oh, damn. And that's how Biden became this fucking thing.
Do not bow your head to them.
Let's go kill this fucking island.
this blood be like gold and never tarnish.
God damn.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another
Flag is
failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both
Legacy's
know
the
the
chill
truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors,
It is almost 1 a.m.
Amphorus has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here.
Jesus.
And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
You...
That was my dog.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me.
I'm not locked in here
And
with
tell
you. You're
me,
locked in here with me!
What right does
That's
a mere
basically the
prisoner have
Yep,
to speak of
we said it
fate
at the same
and
time, Quantum Banana.
What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
At this point, Fine is just killing him for the fun of it.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle,
This must have been
I
so
drove
much work
Dawnmaker
for
through the
Josh
heart of
to
every
do.
Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun,
and high Leo
surging
Tan.
within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Warning, warning, warning. Oh shit. Something's going down. Oh, we've got anime now. Yeah, he and Firefly would definitely get along. Especially also both being destruction. And probably not wanting to be. Also, Flame Reaver's mask and Sam's mask look basically the same.
Nanook? Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Is it? I actually don't know, Josh. This fucking music. Get up, you could do it, buddy.
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, soft tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
This is very... That's all I gotta say. Very, like, studio trigger. Yeah. So, if it... did Studio Trigger do the animation? Because this looks very studio. Well... After all that, fine and couldn't do shit to Nanook.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the
this story's
cosmos who
incredible.
rule. That the rules of the
I was having a hard time with
cosmos
the fucking timelines
be
earlier, but now that I've kind of grasped it,
destroyed.
holy shit, this is great.
I
Oh shit.
have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. from the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky, also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry.
Alright, catch you later, Lord Cien. Thanks for joining.
If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
What's going on? The fuck is this? Oh, it's the book! What the fuck is going on? One second, let's do this really quick. Get all of that. I'm not gonna worry about that stuff right now.
Wake up!
Once I get to a part where I can
Wake
stop,
up.
like,
Honey, wake up!
I will end this. Good night, Lord Cien.
You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
Mem is Cyrene.
Not surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
Okay, are we at a stopping point?
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way
Like, the
to
writing of
world's
this is
end.
so good, but God, I need stopping points.
Now take my hand. Say a brief farewell.
It's so
And
long.
step forward into tomorrow. Go. Find the future Cyrene. And set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm. Forever
Yep, we're streaming
gentle.
again, that's for sure. Do we have a stopping point?
Now,
Oh my god,
let's
more
turn to the
dialogue.
next
Oh my
page.
god! Can we get to a stopping point, please?
A page that exists because of you.
I don't think we've had a stopping point in
Is
like
this
over
a
an
meeting
hour.
ordained by fate?
Or a long overdue reunion.
Is March finally here? Oh. Wait, was that it? We finished? Holy fuck, we finished! We did it! We did it! 1 second. Let me see how many pulls we could get from just stuff that we've done. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it's only 1 a.m. here. Okay, let me just mark these all off on my tracker. Bam. Okay. What do we get? Oh, cool. 1 second. Get all of those. Hooray. Let's look at our missions. Cool. And then, do we have any warps? Oh, we have warps. Okay. Let's see how many we could get in. Maybe we could get Feynman on this one. We've got 4. Okay. I'm hard pitied, so maybe we could do it. I think I'm in the 50s now. So it's definitely doable. So, okay. Here's number 1. Nope. Oh, but that's another pull. Alright. Number 2. Nothing. Okay. Number 3. Nope. Number 4. Nope. And we have 1 more. Can we get it on this one? And go! No. We'll get it on another one. I think I'm in the 60s now. Like, we'll get it before the banner runs out. And I'm hard pitied, so we will definitely be getting Feynman. So, hooray. Yay! We did it! We did it! Woo! Alright, that's gonna do it for me tonight, guys. Have a good night. It's very late. Get some rest. I wonder if there's anybody we can raid right now. How do we do this again? Is it this one? Oh, we could raid Shenpai. Fuck it, let's raid Shenpai. Alright, I'm sending it. Alright. gonna raid Shenpai. What voice actor even streams at this hour? I think Camden does a lot of the time. But yeah. Alright, so we're gonna raid Shenpai. Yeah, she's an artist. Or they're an artist. I actually don't know their pronouns. But yeah. They do a lot of stuff. So yeah. Alright. I think we're ready. Let's go. Alright, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a good night.